Members back in April, we had our friends from the Lowell's Boat Shop here, and they had a great video. And it got us to talking about, you know, we don't have one of those. And we've got some great stories to tell. So we had, if anybody's been to the website today, you'll see this item under What's New. We had a marvelous videographer who was an intern here this summer. He goes to the Ringling College of Art and Design in Sarasota, Florida. And his videography skills we're about to give you an example of because he produced for us this summer, using crew and team members here at the museum, a video on the Custom House Maritime Museum. Maestro?
The history of Newburyport is intricately tied with the history of the United States. People from Newburyport actively participated in the Revolution, and as the United States grew as a maritime nation in the 19th century, Newburyport was an integral part of that also. Its captains and its shipbuilders reached out to the four corners of the earth, bringing the trades from the Far East and the Orient back to the United States.
Newburyport was to shipbuilding what Detroit is to automobiles today. The skilled shipbuilders in Newburyport created a navigation, mercantile-based maritime economy that allowed sailors from here to go to ports all over the world, and were essential, the ships that they built here, to a young, growing America during the Revolution and the War of 1812.
The history of the U.S. Coast Guard is deeply rooted in the history of Newburyport. On August 4th, 1790, the Revenue Cutter Service was created, and one of its first vessels, the Revenue Cutter Massachusetts, was launched on the banks of the Merrimack River here in Newburyport. The Revenue Cutter Service ultimately grew and expanded and became known as the U.S. Coast Guard, which we are all familiar with.
The Newburyport Marine Society was established in 1772. The association was created so that captains could share their knowledge of the seas with one another. This sharing of information, as well as social initiatives that were undertaken, was central to the Marine Society, which lasted for over 130 years. The museum has 7 galleries as well as a research library. Each of the galleries has a different theme in Newburyport's past. There's the Marine Society, Coast Guard, shipwrecks, trade, and more.
When the museum opened, it was important to connect the city's maritime heritage to the actual museum's maritime history. And as such, we're actually housed in what is essentially the largest artifact we have, which is the old custom house where maritime business was conducted constantly. When you walk through the original front doors on this building from 1835, you are figuratively and literally stepping into the past here at Newburyport's Custom House.
It's on our website. Evan Gorski is the young man who produced this, created it. He had the assistance of a couple of additional interns who functioned as production assistant and wrote script storylines and whatnot, but wholly produced this summer here at the museum. It's on our website with a link that you can pass around to your friends, and we make a note. Let Evan know. There's an email address, video@thechmm.org. It's on the website. Send him your comments. Let him know what you think about it. He'd be delighted to hear. Thank you.